is out and about this morning at Kew Gardens with the weather.
Good morning, Britain. It has just gone 4 minutes past 7. Political leaders, royals and charities are calling on the whole country to observe a minute's silence today at midday to mark the 1-year anniversary of the lockdown.
Prince Charles said he was humbled by the dedication shown by so many and moved beyond words by the sacrifices we have seen. Boris Johnson described the last 12 months as one of the most difficult in our country's history. Our chief correspondent...
Here's Charlotte with the rest of today.
Still ahead on Good Morning Britain. Today, of course, marks 1 year since Boris Johnson...
Let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. See you in a moment. Our colleague and friend Kate Garraway will be joining us in the studio this week.
Speaking to Kate very shortly. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
See you in a moment. 35.
All right, still to come this morning. Line of Duty star and BAFTA award. 1 minutes to 8. Quick competition for you. Here's Andy with your prize today. Thank you, Laura. Still to come this morning, a year after...
And before we talk to Kate at length, let's have a look at the moment when Derek began to turn a corner and Kate was finally able to start communicating with him again, 6 months after he was put into a coma.
ITV, Jeff, SMC, Sai, Lisa, Claire, Ashley, Janet, Julie, Michelle, Leah, Claire, all sending...
Kate, thank you so much. Lots more still to come, including we are going to be talking to the Health Secretary at 8:30. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Just coming up to 8:15, breaking news this morning. In the last few moments, the Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has been criticised in a report into her conduct relating to allegations against her predecessor, Alex Salmond. Juliet Dunlop is...
In Britain, the Health Secretary, Matt Hancock, will be joining us live at 8.
A year ago today, and a huge moment in history, as the Prime Minister announced we must stay at home in order to save lives.
More than 27 million people in Britain watched that extraordinary speech, never imagining that 1 year on, we would still be in lockdown. Here's Louisa James with a look back at a year that changed everything. We're joined now to discuss the last year by Chef Pauline. Four of you. Lorraine's going to be here at...
We're still getting people, obviously, a year on, a day of reflection today, minute silence at midday. Marie on Twitter, I lost my stepsister Denise on February the 3rd. She went into hospital at the end of January, 2 days after her 65th birthday. She worked in a care home and was days away from having the vaccine. I worked in the hospital she was at and I still couldn't visit. Barking Inside said, I have had COVID myself and also worked in a hospital throughout the pandemic. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do is organise the memorials of 4 colleagues who died on the front line while continuing to support the families of sick patients.
This has come from Steph on Twitter. I lost my husband and soulmate of 35 years on the 14th of April. The last time I saw him was through FaceTime before he went on a ventilator. He couldn't talk, but I told him I loved him and he just gave me a thumbs up. The funeral was outside in a tent with 10 chairs, 2 metres apart.
It has been such a tough year, and 1 year on from when the UK first entered lockdown, the Prime Minister has warned the country should prepare to face a 3rd wave of COVID infections. We're joined now by the Health Secretary.
Jason Watkins is going to be joining us after the break.
You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. It's just 10 to 9. Today, people across the country will stand together for a national day of reflection to commemorate the loved ones lost to COVID.
Actor Jason Watkins, so with all of you that have contacted us this morning who will be remembering lost ones that you have loved. As Susanna said, we will read and make sure that we understand every single message you've sent, so thank you for those. That's it from us, though. We're going to hand you over to Lorraine.
That I think will strike people is the way you communicate with him when you said that he had been able to mouth a word. I think the FaceTime communication is obviously hugely important. Yeah. And it is, or everybody else is able to see it at 9 o'clock tonight on ITV. There is so much love and strength in your marriage. Survived and with no impact beyond the illness. And some are in the situation